Tom Murphy, veteran of the Canadian Armed Forces. Spent 5 years with the Royal Canadian Dragoons, deployed to Latvia, came back, and COVID hit. It changed quite a bit from my perspective anyways, from whenever I left. Latvia, came back, and then COVID hitting, my path and perspective changed. I was in a real dark spot. Coming into Ottawa, we felt like prisoners in our own country. We couldn't really travel, and yeah, that's what led me on to this path.
My name's Jordyn Murphy, and I'm originally from Leamington, Ontario, and now I live in Keelaloo with my beautiful husband and my honeys. My business in 2020, when they started to come out with the mandate, so like I wasn't allowed to have my business open. I had a barbershop hair salon, and I had to sell it because I couldn't go to work every day in a mask, hang plastic sheets in between all my customers. I saw James's video.
Yeah, that was basically it. We knew right then and there we were going. It was just a matter of when. So figuring out a family plan and getting everything organized at home. I'm also part of Vets for Freedom. So we did the fundraiser and then the Op Dignity, which was the operation and taking back and restoring that dignity to the War Memorial. So we did that, and then we made our way out to meet James. Yeah.
Where did you guys meet up with James?
We met up with James just outside Kenora. So
Yeah, Vermilion Bay, it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many days have you been on the road with him?
42?
Yeah, something like
40
that.
something, yeah.
Can you tell me what you guys do
Mm-hmm.
on a daily basis, what your part in the team is?
Yeah. So we're fortunate enough to have a very unique dynamic. Like, our team is very diverse, and we come from all corners of the country, and you know, we're all very different in our own way. But myself personally, I march in the morning, and then I split duties with Dave driving the RV in the evening so he can get out and stretch his legs. I also help with background stuff like, you know, preparing food, pulling out the, every time we do a different leg, we set up and wait for James and the marchers to come in, and so pull out all the food, the chairs, and make sure everything's ready to go. And then we also liaison with the people who are coming up to tell us their stories and why they're supporting us so much.
I kind of started like going into the RV and being like, do you guys need help with anything at all? And they're like, no, thanks though. And then finally, like, because I was just like sitting in our van a lot, and like it was great because I got to walk the honeys all the time. And then now I'm kind of balancing doing that, and like I work on emails a lot, so like most of the emails I answer are like people that want to help in some way. Like, so a lot like less business and more personal. Like, so a lot of supporters and stuff, I get to talk to them a lot, which is amazing, and help with like whatever else anybody needs.
Haircuts.
Oh yeah, I do haircuts. Yeah,
all clean cut.
yeah, we need a haircut right now. I didn't get to us last time.
So for me personally, my experience, and I believe a lot of leaders have, well, obviously everyone has a different path, and my experience comes from my path and the things I did to get here. So I was in business management. You know, I had a few different warehouses I looked after and a couple hundred staff. And I burnt out in that job, so then I went on to join the military.
Who is James Topp?
James Topp is a 28-year veteran of the Canadian Armed Forces. He's still currently in the Armed Forces, just in the process of being released. He is a gentleman who stands for everyone across this country that is having issues. Every federal employee that has been placed on leave without pay. He's representing the population and the taxpayers and the constituents of Canada that are not necessarily afraid, but aren't able to, you know, voice their struggles. And so he is doing that, and he's marching from Vancouver, and he's marching to Ottawa on arrival on June 30th. At the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. You know, that will be a celebration of that journey, and the protest was the march itself. So that is who James Topp is.
I think for me, when I showed up, like, James was larger than life, like he is for most people. Like, I think like I'm the type of person that I'm like, oh, I'm not starstruck by anybody, but I totally am. Somebody that I think is doing something that I'm not brave enough to do, like, yeah, I'm super starstruck by them. Like, and I just realized that like he is in a way who I thought he was, and like not at all who I thought he was. But to me, he's just like that person that's brave enough to do the things that we all wanted to do about it. The part that we see now is the part that's on a mission. He's on a mission and he's serious most of the time, but then sometimes he makes like the most hilarious joke that nobody expected. And you're just like, who is this guy?
I feel like I'm doing more for this country now outside of the military than I did in the military. And I'm truly honored to be surrounded by people that are also willing to do the same. And you know, you don't necessarily have to sign that dotted line to stand up for your country.
Yeah.
And we're all doing it right now, and that's what it's going to take, everyone united.